waterproof snorkeling case for Huawei P30 Pro. Let's see what we get in the box.
Okay, so this is the box of Huawei P30 Pro snorkeling case. The box seems to be made from prime quality materials, but what about the case itself? We'll need to open the box first. Inside of the box, this Huawei P30 Pro snorkeling case, we will find an instruction manual booklet that is quite big and quite thick as well. It is simply in many different languages, including languages that I have never ever heard of. Okay, it's time we had a closer look at the case itself. It does seem to be made from prime quality materials. It is an original Huawei product, so they wanted to make the best. I have to be honest, I did not expect such a good looking case. It is made from prime quality plastics, ABSs and very good looking polycarbonate with some metal elements, all manufactured with great attention to detail. This is the tripod mount socket made of metal. We'll get back to it later in the video. Let's focus on the rubber grip handle of this snorkeling case. In my opinion, it would be better if the handle was thicker, but I think they wanted to shape the case in such a way so it still resembles a mobile phone shape. It is made of high quality rubber with Huawei logo imprinted on it, and it should last long because it seems to be made from really good quality rubber.
So now let's talk about the rubber grip that we have here on the left-right side of the device. It is supposed to make it easy for you to hold it in one hand, but honestly I think it is a bit too small. But let's test it out with some neoprene gloves. So these are cheapest gloves that you can get probably in Aldi or Lidl for 2, maybe 3 euros. Honestly, I have to say that it is not enough to operate the device with your thumb, but if you start the video underwater, then you grab it in one hand, it should do the job. Okay, the handle should do the job. In thin gloves they are 2 or 3 millimeters thick, but let's check it out with my winter gloves that are much thicker. Just give me 1 second. Whoa. Yeah. You see, it is winter in Ireland most of the year, so I wouldn't be using them, maybe for fishing, not for snorkeling or diving. So these are quite thick gloves. I think they are 3.5 millimeters, and some areas are maybe even 5 millimeters. Anyways, and for thick gloves, it is not the best thing. I would have it a bit bigger, you know, so the grip would be better. But honestly, if you're snorkeling in nice areas where you have warm waters and you use gloves like that, thin and handy, it's gonna be good enough, yeah? But with thick gloves, you might have a bit of a problem, so you would have to need 2 hands. But, well, it does the job, but it's not perfect. So that's it. Anyways, cut to the next scene.
On side of the case you will find a number of control keys. As far as I know, you should be able to program them so they fit your needs. Hinge of the case is held by one metal screw, and again all elements of the case were made with precision and attention to detail, so this element seems to be quite durable and it should last really long. Inside of the case there is a foam filler that contains a couple of small foam pads that can be inserted into the case to minimize movement of the mobile inside of the case. But the interior of Huawei case seemed to be made really well. Please notice these small rubber pads inside that are supposed to hold your mobile in place at all times, so I don't really know whether you will need these foam pads that are included as extras inside of the case. As promised, let's get back to the tripod socket. I tried using all of the screws that I had available to fit them in, and even though they fit properly, I felt a weird resistance and I couldn't have fitted them properly. Is it Huawei making the thread slightly different so it fits only Huawei's equipment? I do not honestly know. So please share your experience with other viewers of this very socket in the comments below. Apart from the case, you will find a wrist loop that is made from reasonable quality cord and will protect you from losing your case with your expensive Huawei P30 Pro mobile inside. Almost at the very end, I would like to say something about the locking mechanism of this snorkeling case. I do like it, it is solid, does the job pretty well, prevents you from accidentally unlocking the case underwater, so overall, if I had such a case for my mobile, I would be very happy. And as usually there are some affiliated links in the description below, and please remember that this case does not belong to me. I have to give it back to a friend of mine who's going for a quite long road trip in Morocco as far as I know, so I couldn't have properly tested it, I did not dive with it. So I don't know whether it works underwater, but it probably does. It is really well made and I hope that it will last him years, because it wasn't the cheapest thing I ever seen. I think because it was well over $70, I think it was 60 something euros, so it is quite expensive. But again, Huawei P30 Pro is not a cheap mobile, so you will need an expensive case for an expensive mobile phone.
I did my best to show you the product from each and every side, but unfortunately I cannot afford Huawei P30 Pro, so I wouldn't buy this cover anyways. It belongs to a friend of mine and he wants it fairly quick because he goes on holidays, but I did my best to show you all the features of the thing, so hopefully you'll know how it works and whether it's worth buying. And apart from that, that's it for today. Remember about watching some other of my videos here, and my lovely face to subscribe here. That's it. Bye bye.